Today we're addressing an essential yet often overlooked aspect of first responders' life. The emotional landscape of high stress situations and the tools you can use to navigate it. Now, in the heart of the moment, first responders, we face a whirlwind of emotions: fear, anger, stress, and sometimes even helplessness. But what if you could better understand and manage these emotions to not only improve your effectiveness in the field, but also enhance your overall well-being? Join me as I explore practical strategies to recognize and manage these intense emotions, from tactical breathing to grounding exercises. Discover how these techniques can help you stay centered during chaos and find balance in your personal life. Today's episode is packed with actionable insights to help you thrive, regardless of the unique challenges of your role. Welcome to Shields Down, Healing for First Responders, the podcast supporting those on the front lines as they navigate PTSD and trauma. Each episode brings stories of resilience, expert insights, and tools for recovery, offering hope and a path forward. So put your shield down, reclaim your strength, and remember, you're not alone. So step one is to always recognize and manage your emotions. So you need to first understand that emotional response in high stress situations, most of the times it's normal. It's there to protect you. It's there to help you recognize what you need to do in the situation. So what are some emotional commonly experienced in high stress situations? Well, first is fear, right? Fear is a natural response to danger. It heightens your awareness and your survival instincts. And a small amount of fear can be totally healthy. But unimagined fear, like worry and things like that, can lead to anxiety and even impaired decision making. What about anger? Anger is often triggered by incidents like assaults or even volatile encounters, which can really stem from frustration, perceived threats, or even feelings of helplessness. What about stress and anxiety? These are common in unpredictable situations. Anxiety can affect focus, emotional stability, and overall well-being. You don't want to be living in this high stress zone. You really want to control these aspects. What about helplessness? I know that we all have times within our career that we feel helpless, right? Situations beyond our control. Especially when the outcome can differ from training that we've been through, even expectations. We go into a situation trusting that what we're doing is going to provide the outcome that we're working towards. And sometimes that can be different. And that can cause the next one, which is guilt, right? Guilt is a common response when the outcomes don't align with our personal or professional standards. Now, it doesn't happen often, but there are definitely times that we feel guilty for the things that we've done or haven't done, or maybe we should have done something differently. I want to remind you that the situation's over, and we have to begin to move forward from that. What about empathy and compassion? Feeling deeply for those who can assist can really both secure a source of motivation and emotional exhaustion. Right? If you're over empathetic, if you're over compassionate, you're gonna burn yourself out. There's a fine line between empathy and sympathy. And as first responders, we need to find that to help us to get through each shift that we're going through. What about resilience and determination? Despite the challenges, many of us as first responders rely on our training, and that helps us to resolve, to persevere, to push through, to go through those times that are going to help us become the person that we want to be within our job and off the job. But you want to create certain stress reduction techniques. And you want to use these on and off duty. So what I've done is I created a few, 3 techniques for each. 3 techniques for being on the job techniques, which you can do while you're in service. And then 3 techniques that you can do while you're off. And these techniques are going to assist you in building your recovery, assist you in really understanding that emotional resistance that we feel, and to build that emotional resilience within our lives. So first, on-the-job techniques. So the first one would be deep breathing exercises. And this can just help you calm your mind and body quickly. Now, the example that I do, and I do this all the time, is tactical breathing. And you inhale for 4 count, you hold for 4, and then you exhale for 4 to regain focus during tense moments. So while you're in the situation, I know that snipers use this to calm their heart rate, to be able to kind of bring their mind back to the place that they're in. Another thing would be mindfulness and grounding techniques, right? This focuses on the present to reduce stress. So things like having a texture item in your pocket to anchor yourself during a stressful situation. Maybe kind of looking around you and just seeing, okay, what's going on in the situation? Where can I kind of change what I'm focusing on? Because oftentimes we get into that tunnel vision in situations. We focus on that one object. And when you do this mindfulness grounding technique, it kind of opens your vision up again. Look for other things. What are maybe other hazards and awareness factors? What are other things that you can focus on to change your view of the single-minded situation that we're focused on? And then maybe physical activities. There's only so much we can do on a shift, but just quick physical activities can release tension and improve focus. Take a short walk, perform simple stretches just to reset during breaks. Now, I know that when I go through a stressful situation, afterwards I walk, I pace, as people call it, but I pace and I think about it. And I just kind of pull out the positive things and the negative things that I've done within the situation and what I can grow and move forward. This is how I get past these stressful times at work. Okay, so, oftentimes we're off duty too, which hopefully we can work on our mindset so that we can get away from the job. So the 3 things that you can do when you're off duty. Regular physical activity, right? Things like jogging, weightlifting. These can really reduce stress and enhance emotional mental health. So you want to establish some kind of a workout routine. Now, I'm not saying you need to be a professional bodybuilder or even go in for, competitions or anything like that. Just have something where you're spending 15, 20 minutes a day just kind of moving your body and getting active. And this is going to help to reduce that stress. It's going to help build those endorphins in your mind and build that life towards what you're going for. What about relaxation techniques and hobbies? What are some things you like doing, right? Reading, gardening, building. I love woodworking. These are things that I do on my days off. I know that there's people that enjoy building bikes and rebuilding, cars and things like that. Find something that you really enjoy doing and dedicate time weekly to this activity. Put it in your calendar. Say, look, I need to spend this time and do what I want. And as always, the 3rd thing is professional counseling and support. If you need it, go and get it. Have regular therapy sessions. Join a peer support group. Get a coach. Whatever it is for you, find that so that you can build your life into the direction that you want to. You want to develop habits and routines that are going to strengthen all of these emotional resilience. Because building emotional resilience is not a one-time effort. It's a daily practice. And by creating habits that foster emotional strength, we can better manage stress and navigate the challenges of our profession. We as first responders decided we wanted to run towards the crisis when people are running out. So we have to kind of create the tools and have the tools available so that we can be healthy outside of the crisis. So you want to create like a resilience toolbox, which is, for me, it's a collection of strategies and tools that you can rely on when stress arises. Things like journaling, listening to calm music, practicing gratitude, whatever it is for you, find this toolbox and add it and incorporate it into your daily routine so that you can begin to create that life and the direction that you want. You also want to have that supportive, strong network, right? Cultivate those relationships with trusted colleagues, family, support groups, where you can talk about your experiences, where you can hear from their experiences and really understand where we're both going and how we're doing. So an example of this would just be to set up a regular check-in, right, with a trusted peer or mentor and say, look, I'm going through these challenges right now. And that's going to give you that insight and help to move you forward. And practice gratitude. Shifting focus from what we're grateful for can really foster that positive mindset and help you counterbalance stress. One of the things I like to try to do is at the end of each day, I write down 3 things that went well or 3 things that I'm thankful for today. Because sometimes you may have to look harder, but there's always things to be grateful for in your life. And if you can shift from that negative mindset of that situation that you're dealing with into a more positive one, this is when your life is going to shift. So here's a little emotional reflection exercise that you can do. And it'll help you to identify areas where you can strengthen your emotional resilience and develop this action plan. So first of all, reflect on the challenges. So write down a recent high-stress situation you encountered. Describe the emotions you felt and maybe how you responded. And then you want to evaluate your response. Ask yourself things like, what did I do well? What could I have done differently? Did I use any strategies to manage my emotions? You're always wanting to learn from your past to make yourself better for the future. And then taking this stuff, you want to plan for future situations. So identify 2 or 3 strategies that you can use in a similar situation moving forward. For example, things like deep breathing, grounding exercises, reaching out to a peer support group after a stressful situation. What are 2 to 3 things that you can do? And then finally, create a resilience goal. Goals are life-changing, my friends. So you want to set a specific goal to enhance your emotional resilience, such as practicing mindfulness for 5 minutes a day or journaling once a week or once a day, whatever it is for you. So here's an example entry that you could do. So the challenge was you responded to a volatile incident that escalated quickly. Your emotions, you felt stressed, frustrated, and helpless. Your response, you took a tactical pause, but struggled to stay grounded. Now, what are some future strategies? You use deep breathing during escalation, carrying a grounding object, and you debrief with a peer afterwards. And what's a resilience goal? To practice grounding techniques daily for the next month. Right? It can be that easy, but it's not always that simple. Today, I unpacked the emotional complexities of high-stress situations and shared some strategies to manage fear, anger, stress, and more. But integrating techniques like tactical breathing, mindfulness, regular physical activities, you can strengthen your resilience and find balance both on and off the job. Remember, this isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. So take these steps because they'll enhance your decision making. They're going to boost your mental health and they're going to improve your overall quality of life. Thank you for tuning in to Shields Down, Healing for First Responders. Remember, healing is a journey and each step forward matters. Now, if today's episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might need it. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories, insights, and tools for recovery. Together, we'll build a stronger, more resilient community. Until next time, stay safe, stay strong, and we'll see you on the next episode.